Welcome back into Bo's Garage, guys. Sorry I'm not really doing any project video today. I'm busy as can be, especially the rest of this month. It's going to be hard to try to get any project content. I'm gonna try to get some work done on the Dodge this week. I got my wheel cylinders in, so we can get some brakes done. So we'll have some brakes on here. If you've never done drums or anything like that, it'll be an interesting watch. But basically, my kids are Girl Scouts and they're in dance. Literally this entire week is cookie booths and dance competition. Literally, I have like 20 minutes to film this, edit this, and I've got to hop in the truck and head to the coast because my daughter's competition starts today. So I figured I'd hop on here and tell you what, in my opinion, is the best job you can have in the dealership world. Let's say you want to get at a car dealership. What's the best job to have? In my opinion, the parts person. It's the best job. I was a salesman when I first got into business, and then I went to parts, and then I became a technician. And don't get me wrong, I love working on cars. I actually thoroughly enjoy it. Now, I will tell you, working as a technician definitely stifled my passion when it comes to working on cars. But all in all, I personally, if you want to get into the business, I recommend becoming a parts person. I did the parts thing, and I actually got headhunted by the company I work for currently to come back and be a parts person for them. And it kind of suck, putting my toolbox up and, not turning anymore. It did. But I'll be frank and honest, I make 70 grand a year as a fucking parts person. That's not bad money, especially down here in the South where I live, where the median income's like 40 grand a year. It's a very respectable, living. But you trade stresses. Instead of the physical stress working on cars, you have the mental stress, and that is dealing with technicians who act like big babies at times. Because we all know that one in the shop that's a giant man child. We all know who that person is at every dealership. You have to deal with the sales department and their infinite stupidity. And then customers, so it's a nonstop ferry there. But I would rather have the mental stress than the physical stress. My dad always said, look, work smarter, not harder. That's the reason my dad went offshore instead of hauling pulp wood like my grandpa and them did. But so let's say you have a customer come in and they need a throttle body for this expedition. Now granted, that part's probably discontinued anyway, but I enjoy being like, hey, look, man, I can't get this anymore, but let me show you where you can get. Here's the part number. This is where you can get it from. And being somebody that was a technician, going into parts, you have a whole different advantage because, one, you understand the aspect of the technician side of, hey, look, if I ain't turning, I ain't earning. So I need to get whatever part this is so I can get my job done and get paid. But also you have the perspective, okay, I need to hunt this down, get it going, get it coming. And it's a rewarding process. And most technicians, if you're a parts person that knows your shit and, tries your best to take care of, they will understand that those guys, they're like, look, hey, I appreciate you. These guys they will show you appreciation. And it's a mutual respect. You two will gander one another. Don't get me wrong, there's still technicians that's going to be giant man children and assholes, and sometimes you have to get buck and check them. It happens. It's a shot. All in all, it's worth it. You can make a good living. Now, granted, you can make more as a salesman, but you're still worried about, when am I going to sell the next car? When am I going to sell the next car? And then as a tech, you're like, oh man, is the service manager going to get some work in here? The advisors, they're going to scare customers off. You don't have to live with that fear in the back of your head consistently. Parts person, you're like, yeah, you're hoping they stay working because if the techs ain't turning, you ain't earning. But you also have your wholesale. If your dealership has a good wholesale side, that helps cushion that. So it's less stress on you worried about your check. And like I said, you can make some damn good money. I know parts guy I'm good friends with that works at a huge wholesale dealer near us in New Orleans. He makes $110,000 a year as a parts person. Yes. Now, like I said, they are a huge wholesale dealer, and he is the guy. Like, you call him, his name's Randall, super nice guy. I'm like, hey, Randall, hey, look, I got this Ford here. I need this part, blah, 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 blah. I got you. Like, he's the guy. But, you know, they cover literally from New Orleans, that whole area down there, all the way up here into Mississippi. So, you know, they got that coverage there. Like I said, they're a huge dealership. You know, but even your smaller dealerships, you can still make, you know, the first time I did parts, it was a small mom and pop GMC dealer. I've still made $55K a year. So you can make some decent money. You know, you may not make the biggest of bucks, but you can make a solid living and nowhere have to work as hard. So I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for gritting your teeth and bearing with me as we're trying to get the projects and trying to get the stuff. I still got this motorcycle I've got to jump on, but I just legitimately have had no time. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Have a fantastic time, guys.